Hey everybody, how have you guys been? Y'all had a great week? I'm so sorry that Miss Byrd has not been on here for a couple of days. I have been sick and not been doing any videos, so I have not felt well enough to be able to do them. But it is Friday evening and I feel a little better, so I thought I'd come out here and do one outside. But as you might see and you might hear, the wind is blowing very strongly in it sometimes. So I'm out on my deck and it is like evening time. So that's why I have my lights on. But I hope that you enjoy it and I hope that you've had a great week. The weather's just been beautiful, but and I hope that you have a great weekend. And maybe this story will upload tonight. Just depends on how quickly they upload. If not, it'll be tomorrow. Okay. This is a 3.3 worth half a point. The quiz number is 162549. The name of the book is The Snatchabook, Who's Stealing All the Stories, and it's about this little character, and he's stealing everybody's books out in his neighborhood. So we're going to find out who that is and why he's doing that. Here's the cover. I got this book from the book fair a couple of years ago. And here's a rabbit, and here's some other little creature, little character. And we'll find out who both of those are in a few minutes. Oh, and this is written by Helen Doctory and Thomas Doctory. So they must be like a husband and wife team. And I'll turn this way so you can see. One dark night in Burrow Down, a rabbit named Eliza Brown found a book and settled down. When a Snatchabook flew into town. I'll show you the pictures like one at a time, okay? This is Eliza Brown. That's the rabbit. And then here is a picture of, this is the Snatchabook. In every house, in every bed, a bedtime book was being read. I may go turn these lights off because they seem to be making a glare. So you can see, let me get it straight. Let me go try real quick. I'm going to turn the lights off. It'll take me 1 second, okay? Yeah, that's better. Okay, so there is, if I can get the glare off of that, there they are in each of their little homes reading a book. There's the owl. Let's see who that is. That's the rabbit family. Tales of dragons spitting flames, witches playing spooky games, pirates on the 7 seas, princesses trying to sleep on peas. And every child in every bed listened hard to each word said. It's still a glare. I apologize. So there's an owl family, there's a rabbit family. Looks like that's a badger. What is that? Maybe a porcupine family. Eliza Brown at number 3 was reading quite contentedly. Her curtains opened just a chink. She barely had a chance to blink. Her storybook just disappeared. Eliza found that very weird. going to go to my settings real quick and see if I can't change that. Let's see if that helped. Yeah, I think that helped. I put on the nighttime setting. There we go. So look. See this is a little tail that's going out the window. The little owls on Mommy's lap were quite surprised to hear a tap against their bedroom window glass. Tap, tap. The noise came really fast. Before they'd even looked around, the book was gone without a sound. So there's the owl family and their book's been gone. The wind blew wild across the sky, and the smallest squirrel heard a cry. "What's that?" she whispered to her dad. But then, and this was really bad, before they'd had a chance to look, she'd lost her very favorite book. So there's the squirrel family, and now her book is gone. So what do you think that is that's stealing all those books and all those stories? And so it went, night after night. Books disappeared from left and right. 5 books here and 6 books there, and the shelves began to look quite bare. In Burrowdown, the rumor spread of book thieves under every bed. Eliza Brown, at number 3, was keen to solve the mystery. So here's one up here. See the bookshelf? All the books are missing. So they're all talking about it. They all got together because they live in burrows in the tree. And here's like at the bottom of the tree, and they're all getting together and talking about it. And there's the badgers and the owls and the rabbits. And then here's one right here of a squirrel. There's like that porcupine. You scared? Juju and Skippy are here with me. And the wind's making them a little bit spooky. She planned one night to lie in wait and use a pile of books as bait. Long hours passed without a peep. She'd nearly fallen fast asleep, when suddenly Eliza heard a flap of wings. A bat? A bird? Eliza saw a shadow loom, enormous, right across her room. What kind of monster could it be? Eliza thought. You don't scare me. And yet her heart was beating fast. She'd have to face the thief at last. So here's her plan. She's going to leave this stack of books as bait. And so then she's about to fall asleep. And then she hears a noise. Hears like these wings. Then she saw a shadow in her room. Here she is looking out the window, trying to see what it is. She threw the window open wide and shouted to the thing outside, "Stop stealing all our books right now! Just give them back. I don't care how." So she's upset, isn't she? "I'm sorry," came a little voice. "Really am. I had no choice." Eliza looked down in surprise, and she couldn't quite believe her eyes. "So who are you? And what's your name?" The creature hung its head in shame. He mumbled with a mournful look, "I'm just a little Snatchabook." So here is the creature, and here he has a book. See, he has wings. And he said, "It's me. I'm a Snatchabook. I'm sorry, but I didn't have a choice." So why do you think he didn't have a choice? Eliza nodded solemnly. She sat the creature on her knee. You can't just come and help yourself to every book on every shelf. A tear rolled from the creature's eye, and softly he began to cry. I know it's wrong, but can't you see? I've got no one to read to me. Eliza sighed. He looks so sad. If he'd just had a mom or dad to read him stories every night, well, then he might behave all right. So there she is, and there he is, telling her that I'm very sorry. So what is he saying? He says he doesn't have anybody to read to him. So he's going and taking the books. I guess he's been reading to himself. So what do you think Eliza might do? Let's see. That very night, they hatched a plan. And so the Snatchabook began. So there they are talking. And they're coming up with a plan. To give back all the books he'd picked. Eliza Brown was very strict. Then, trying hard to prove himself, he stacked them neatly on each shelf. So they had the plan of giving back all the books. So here he is back at the squirrel's house. Here he is at the porcupine's house. Down here. And when he'd made his full amends, Eliza called on all her friends and told them how he'd worked all night to turn a wrong into a right. So there's all of the friends. And Eliza told them that he had returned the books and was trying to make things right again. And now each night in burrow down, as darkness falls upon the town, in every house, in every bed, a bedtime book is being read. And there they are again, back in their burrows, reading their books. Let's see, here's the owl family. There is porcupines. Let's see who this one is. Oh, that's Eliza Brown. Let's see who this one is. Oh, that's the squirrels. And then here's the badgers over on this page. See the badgers? And if you take a closer look, you might just see the Snatchabook perched happily on someone's bed, listening hard to each word said. So there is Eliza reading to her maybe brothers or sisters, and there's the Snatchabook. And that's the end of the Snatchabook. It was a 3.3, a 0.5, or half a point. The quiz number 162549. Now it's almost dark. I've been wanting to come outside and read to you whenever it was getting to be nighttime. So I'm gonna go put the lights back on and see what that does, okay? There you are. So we had our first nighttime story in the night. What'd you think? It was a little hard to see sometimes, right? Um, One cool way that you could read a book at night is get you a flashlight. Get your flashlight and go underneath the covers, and that way you don't have to worry about the lights being on or off. So I hope that you might try that sometime, okay? All right. I hope you guys have a great, great weekend. And again, I'm sorry that I've missed a couple of days, but I will try my best to make it up to you, okay? All right. Y'all have a good weekend again. Bye bye.